What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the New Age Toys Louie, or their version of a Legend Scale blaster. This was sent to me by Dr. Diecast, who sends me all sorts of stuff. I didn't get to this before TFCon, so I decided to film it now. It is absolutely gorgeous, fully painted in red, gray, light gray. The yellow, I believe, is just a plastic color, but then you got the gray there for the chest. Here's the back, fully painted there as well. It really, really looks beautiful. We also have metallic blue for the eyes and white for the face. Let's go over the articulation. The head is on a ball joint. They've done it where they've cut out the back of the head so it gets all the way up to there, down to there. A little bit of side to side, and it rotates around. Shoulders rotate around on a friction. It's really tight, so just be cautious of that. Shoulders out to the side. Rotation at the bicep, double jointed elbow gets you the full bend. Rotation at the wrist. Rotation at the waist, ab crunch gets you all the way down to there. Legs kick up to there, back to there. I like how the skirt moves with it. You know, that's a smart way to do things. Out to the side, and the cutaway works perfectly, so it fits in there. Rotation at the thigh. A double jointed knee gets you the full bend. Ankle tilts out to the side and a toe tilt up. So if you wanted a walking pose, you can get a little bit of a walking pose. For his accessories, we do get, of course, his tapes. We get Rewind and Ramhorn. And they kind of look like tapes. Ramhorn at least has one tape wheel, whereas Rewind doesn't really have anything. I guess you have little indents there, but it doesn't really look like it, to be honest, on either side. Same for Ramhorn, it doesn't really look like it. But you can open up his chest. You're just going to push down. It's one set of buttons. They're all kind of connected. So it's one piece of plastic. That's kind of smart the way they did it. And then you can put the tape in like this and close it up. Now there's no gimmick here where you can fit more than one tape or anything like that. Here's what's on the inside. There's no space for a second tape. But you can store the other one too if you want to. But let's take a look at these tapes since they are robots in themselves. We can open up the legs. Fold the feet forward and rotate the knee so you end up on the front. We can lift up on the abs to bring it up like this. Fold down the arms. Same this one. And then bring the elbows to the front. And then lastly, we're going to rotate the head to the front. And there is Rewind. I don't know his third-party name. I don't know if he has a third-party name. Really want to straighten up that waist, but it is really cool. They got a pretty good robot mode out of this tiny little thing. I'm pretty impressed. And of course, we do get his guns, which again surprised me. These will fit right here. That looks nice. And I don't think they plug into the backpack. I don't think you can do the look with the guns in the backpack, but you can put them in his hands. It's just a tight fit, so you gotta get it in there properly. There we go. And to me, that's pretty impressive that they're even able to get him to hold guns and do all that. All right, let's take a look at Ramhorn. You can open up these side pieces here. Open up your legs, and basically all four legs are going to fold down. And it's pretty tiny. Like, I have a hard time even holding on to it. Right, we're going to flip out the head and flip back this panel here on the top. That's going to cover down the top. Bring these out so they end up on the side. And then you can either use a spudger or your finger. See if I can get it. Yeah, I got it. Pull out the tail. And there is Ramhorn. This is super impressive. For the size, I mean, this is tiny. This is the size of my fingernail. It's just incredible what they're doing here. You got gray on the legs, gray paint there, gold paint there for the boosters, silver for the eye. I mean, it looks very, very good. Really impressive. At this scale, almost anything is going to impress me, and that's really well done. He also comes with some other accessories. We get alternate hands here. So we get pointing hands. So he can point his tapes in the direction of the battle. So it looks like that. And you can get him kind of pointing. We also get a open expressive hand. And this one has a hinge on it, so if you want to hinge it, which helps for superhero landing pose if you want to do that, that'll plug in here. And neither of these hands can't be transformed with this, so you do have to remove them before you transform it. That was exceedingly hard to get it in. But there's that one. That looks really good. And for the accessory, we need this one because we're going to use his blaster done in this gray plastic. Sculpted nicely. It's not painted, but it does look really good. And he can blast some Decepticons. And then finally, we can take off the hands and we get these speakers done in, I think it's gold plastic. I think it's molded in this. It's not painted. Either way, it looks good. It's a good looking speaker. And I realized I forgot to go over the articulation on this guy. Head is on a ball joint, so it rotates all the way around. Can go all the way up and down. Shoulder on the ball joint, go all the way around, out to the side, up to there. There is a joint there, so it gets up in a little bit there. Elbows are on the ball joint. If you take the gun out, you can get a rotation at that elbow and a 90-degree bend out of it. You have a waist rotation and an ab crunch, which is very shocking for this figure. I guess it's not really an ab crunch, but it's a reverse ab crunch. Leg kicks up to there, back to there, out to the side, all on a ball joint. A little bit of rotation on that ball joint, rotation at the knee on a ball joint, 90-degree bend at that ball joint. The foot can articulate forward and backward and side to side. I mean, he's pretty much a fully articulated figure at this scale, which is mind-blowing. For size comparison, there it is next to the New Age David, their version of Optimus Prime. And they're about the same height. Maybe Optimus is a tad taller. So pretty big in the Legend scale. I think it works. And for the other size comparison, there it is next to the New Age version of Soundwave. And he is actually quite a bit taller. Soundwave's head comes up to the middle of maybe his face. And his shoulders come up to maybe the bottom of this piece here. So it's quite a bit different. All right, now let's get him transformed into the tape deck mode. And like I mentioned earlier, you do have to remove the hands if you've got the non-fisted hands on there. We'll start with the arms. Rotate the arms so you have the elbow facing outwards. You're going to bend at this joint. We can open up this panel here, fold the hand in, close that back up, and make sure it's straight so you can actually clip it in, and then fold it up like that. So you should end up like that. Same on this side. Open this up, flip this over, open up that panel, fold the hand in, close this up, make sure it's straight and tabs in, and then get your arm up like this. All right, next we can come to the back, flip open this panel. We're going to fold the head in and then flip back this panel. And that's basically the back of the tape. It will tab into his butt, so make sure you get that tab in there. All right, come to the legs. For the legs, we're going to untab this handle from here. Actually, you can open up the foot, untab that handle. Come to the back. We can flip these around so they fill out the top. We're going to unpeg this from here. It's just tabbed in right here on the inside. You're going to pull that open and pull this open. Fold this out. Fold this out. Fold that out. Fold out this panel. So you should have all of that out. Then we're going to take the leg and we're going to fold this up so it sits like this. Oh, I forgot one little step. Make sure you open up this little tab right here, which will hold the panel on. Right, so this is going to end up here. You can see the arm is fitting perfectly into the inside of that panel. So we're going to take this panel, and I didn't really show that well, so I'm going to do it again. Fold this down so it ends up over here. There's a tab down here, so you got to get that in. So make sure that lines up. Oh, we do want to also hinge the arms down so they end up like this. That way it'll fit inside of here. And make sure this panel comes around and tabs into here. This panel is going to come down, tab into right there, that little tab we created. This is going to lift up and accordion over. And then this is going to come down. We're going to flip in this little panel, and if you need, you could use a spudger. Push that in. Fold the foot down. Actually, don't fold the foot down. Fold this in, then fold the foot down. So that's what it should look like. I'll do the other side. Just bring this handle up and hook it. It's a hook tab. All right, there's Louis in tape deck mode. Very, very impressive. It is super clean everywhere. Super cartoon accurate as well. It's got the little circle with the line here. Nice metallic paint on the back. The rest is beautifully painted. It really looks like Blaster from the cartoon. They nailed it. Of course, you can still open this, and we can still store tape in there. I guess since we've transformed this, we'll transform it back. Flip this up, fold the head in, fold the feet back, and that's ready to go. And we can slide that in there, close up the tape deck, and that's beautiful. And for size comparison, there it is next to the New Age Toys Optimus Prime. And Blaster never makes sense in scale with anything, but it's a nice, big, huge tape deck player. So, final recommendations on the New Age Toys Louis. This is a phenomenal figure. I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5. Strong recommendation. Everything about this just works. The tapes really work. Although I do think they could stand to be better tapes in tape mode. I love the articulation and the way they did. Both the robot mode and Ramhorn. They're both good. Accessories are plentiful. There you got the speakers, you got the hands, you got the gun, everything you need. You don't need any extra things here. Just get what you need. The tape player mode is perfect. There's no gaps, no holes. It just looks good and is fully painted. There's really no complaints I have. I think the only thing I'd complain about if I had to is the look of the tapes in tape mode. But nobody's going to display it in tape mode anyway, right? I mean, who's displaying it in tape mode? So, yeah, this is a really good version. If you're looking for a Legend Scale Blaster, this is the one. This is it. Now, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks to Dr. Diecast for sending us for review, and we'll see you next time.